We are going to be teaming up and we're going to be doing Electro Comedy Jam coming soon. So check Facebook. If you guys already follow Party Time Magazine, you will find all the information right there. But for right now, we're going to give you a little preview. Here's
Come on, clap it up, everybody. Come on, clap it up. Where's like to laugh? We're here for Party Time Magazine, all these old school DJs. You got any people in their 30s here? Pretty much everybody that's old school. You remember Mac Points? Back when we used to go to rave, Mac Points and shit. Remember that shit? Like he didn't even plan to stay out as late as we were. The only reason we were out that late was because it took that long to get to the party. Remember that? Crazy stuff. Awesome. Look, we got kids here. I'm cussing. This is dope. Perfect. You guys can learn something. All right, we're gonna keep it rolling. Who wants to hear from these DJs? Make some noise. That's awesome. Hey, you guys, make sure you stay in touch with Party Time Magazine. Big shows are coming up. You guys are all invited. All right, sound good? Make some noise.
Yeah. All right, give it up for Hey, now, you guys are all here today to check out some of the greatest DJs that you guys used to party to back in the 90s. So, once again, we got Modern Romance here. We got Darren, we got Rocky, George Centeno, DJ Irene, DJ Lynwood. We have David Delano. Who else is missing? Little Caesar, since you're asking over here. Who else I got?
He's not little no more.
Who else I got?
Older Caesar. Older Caesar.
That's DJ Juanito over here. DJ Cazel, where is Cazel? Cazel, you're over here. Stop selling like big CDs over there.
Look at Cazel.
Alright, you guys ready for this?
No. Thanks for showing up. Yeah. It's your world, man.
Okay, so basically, we were going to do 3 different topics, but everybody kind of rolled in at different times here. So we're just going to do one nice little round table here. Couldn't find a rectangle one. But anyways, I'm just going to pass the mic around. First, we're just going to talk about Hard House, what it was to all of you back in the days. And then once we kind of pass the mic around, we'll see which way the questions takes us on this. So let's pass this first to Irene, ladies first.
What up? I feel in this motherfucking house. So how are you guys all doing out there, huh? Pretty hot. Hey, this is pretty cool. I like how we have all the support here, all the fans, and get to know each other again. Because it's been quite some time. We all went our ways, and then everybody's grown up. And got little Caesar here, and now
Big Caesar.
The little Caesar that's good. Hey, as far as Hard House music, I loved it. I supported it. I gave it a big bang at Arena. I made 17 CDs.
Sweet. That's it? And counting.
Oh yeah, 600,000 CDs later.
There you go.
And I wouldn't have been able to make it without the fans, with Arena, and of course with Darren and George here, because we had a factory. Like the CD time, George, I need this fucking kind of record, and he's gonna go, and go, he's like, okay, I'll give it to you tomorrow. So 12 hours in the studio, he's making that track so he can make that transition from one record to another while me and Darren are editing the CD. And let me tell you, it was a pleasure. We had some good times, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without these guys.
I still wake up screaming.
I've got my Gatorade. I don't want no Monster.
Yeah. I have to do a commercial real quick, but this is powered by Monster.
We love Monster.
Yeah.
But I'd be more willing to answer questions. I'm sure people have questions out there who are DJs now or trying to be DJs and stuff like that. So I'm going to pass this mic around and let everybody talk their hot air and let's move on.
As usual, Irene has said it all. Who's next? I'm Lynwood. I really appreciate all of you being here. This is my backyard. Been doing radio here since '83.
and put out my first CD at Club Metro in '96, which is where Chicago Hard House was basically kind of started in LA. Irene was doing a version of a Hard House that was a little harder because she likes it hard at Arena. And when she was explaining the way that she made those records, what she wasn't saying is she just modeled them after her sex life.
At least I know a girl.
And for all you children under 12 here, look that one up on Wikipedia. Which is why I have a radio show to date. Anyway, thanks for coming out, and I'm glad Hard House is where Hard House is, and the new music that's out there is so phenomenal. The music right now is what we've all worked for the last 30 years, and for it to be mainstream and popular is really cool. So, thanks for coming. David Delano.
Well, of course, representing Power Tools, we've been on the air for 21 years now. Richard was one of the guys that obviously was doing a lot of stuff with them. I really never really played Hard House. George and I used to produce a lot of records. It was more on the progressive kind of acid tip and stuff. But, you know, big follower of all the guys from Chicago that we were talking about earlier. The whole UC sound was huge. They were really good friends of ours. Bad Boy Bill, another guy that was a pioneer, did a lot of that stuff. And we just loved it. Every time we used to either book them to come down, and the sound just got bigger and bigger. I mean, Modern was with us when we used to do Club Vegas back at, you know, Florentine. And that's when it just really, really started getting huge. Irene used to come in and do sets. Lynwood used to come in and do sets. And it just, what can we say about Hard House? I mean, now it's just kind of changing to something else. Everything's just kind of mixing together, and what can we say? I mean, look at us now. How long has it been?
Too long.
Exactly. We're still out there.
Still looking good.
Just we haven't done our hair yet, but we're going to do that next. So. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to the guys, I would say, and I've always said it, and not just because he's in front of me, but George Centeno, I think, is probably the best hard house producer I've ever had. I mean, by far, when I used to go to the studio with them, and I mean, I've been friends with Darren and them for 20, 25 years now. It was just crazy how many records this guy came out with as different names. I mean, from Club Stalker to Sex Game to, I mean, whoever it was, but we all played his stuff, yes or no? Yeah. I mean, it didn't matter who it was, CZR, all these other guys. This dude, I mean, if we didn't play 10 of his tracks in one of our sets, something was wrong. So, I mean, if anybody needs to say anything here about Hard House, is this man right here.
Spot now.
Thank you.
Hey, keep that thing down.
It's like my birthday party. But what else can I say? I love making it. I had a blast doing it. I always had fun doing it. Learning how to do it was when I was at Florentine, so obviously, you know, doing the lights, and everybody was pretty surprised that they didn't know the guy doing the lights was actually producing the records that they were playing until they figured that out. So that was my little secret. When I came out, I just had a good time doing it. That's basically my thing. I enjoy seeing people having a good time to whatever it is that I was doing. So that was my pleasure that till this day, people are actually enjoying it and having a blast and living by it, and whether it's hard house or techno or house, it didn't matter. It was just having a good time, people coming together and doing what they were doing, and that's basically meant the world to me. Just like seeing you guys right now here, it's a huge payback that I can pass it along to so many people, and that's all I can say.
Yeah, it's your Waxwork, the mastermind behind it. There he is.
Most people know that I'm not really a front man, and I like to hide behind the scenes and stuff like that. But the way I came at it, I love doing what I was doing, and I wanted us to have our own base in Los Angeles. You know, Chicago, yeah, everybody's, oh, Chicago, Chicago. But what about what we were doing? So I just tried to, you know, facilitate something for everybody all over California, Southern California, you know, a home base that they could get their music heard all over the world. and have the opportunity, you know, to be an independent, you know, and promoting themselves when a lot of other labels wouldn't give them a second look. You know, we tried to take the time to listen to everybody's stuff, and if they put it out themselves, we had no problem moving it across the world for them. So, you know, that was my fun, and I really miss doing that for everybody, and I hope I helped, you know? You did. So.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, I'm out of romance. Thank you all for coming today. I have one true story. I was at a pool party in Vegas, and Afrojack was DJing, and I was talking to Bad Boy Bill. I was like, yo, so what do you think of this Dirty Dutch sound? He goes, this ain't Dirty Dutch, this is Chicago Hard House. So there's no such thing as Dirty Dutch House. Honestly, it's Los Angeles, Chicago Hard House. That's where it came from. That's right. So that's where the sound came from. And I have a true story about George Centeno right now. We were in the car together, and he played me this demo called Hard Banging Tweet. And I was an E&R for Music Factory with Mike Flores, and he played this track in the car. He played that in what was this song? Aqua Boogie? Mind Trippin'. I wanted both of those tracks, but the Hard Banging Tweet was my all-time favorite, and I convinced Mike Flores to sign him on the label, and that song blew up. You know, like everybody had a big CD.
I couldn't keep those records in stock.
And to me, George Centeno is my favorite producer from Hard House. So this guy made a lot of noise, and Darren, with all mixtapes.
He's behind the scenes and all the hardcore stuff.
All the hardcore stuff, yeah.
All the alien artwork.
And you know, I have another story about Lynwood too.
Stories.
I was listening to 99.1 every Saturday night, and I'm like, when am I gonna be on this show? And now part of the Earthquake mix once a month, and I'm so glad to be with it. One thing about this business, and another thing I want to thank is Delano, because without me being an opening DJ at Vegas, I wouldn't get all these gigs, being at Sound Factory, Carnival, you name it all. Irene let me play at her birthday party. I was a blessing. Every little purple scale, you name it all. Like, all these gigs got me from David Delano. Honestly, thank you. So you gotta be humble in this business. This is how you get your gigs, and it just keeps going and going and going. And I'm still here till this day, doing what I'm doing. Thank you.
I got a story about Modern. But you can just Google it.
That's crazy. What's up, everybody? I'm DJ Cazel. This is right here, chilling with, man, a lot of my influences right here. You got Irene, you got Lynwood. Oh man, these are top names up here. You know, I did look up to them. I still do. My boy G-Bone. I don't know if you guys know about G-Bone, but I remember it was them doing his tracks and everything, getting started and actually really getting out there, man. I was telling you, dude, these tracks are hard. And just hearing the whole sound of that music, I'm like, it's a different change. Like, we got Marky and Pookie, I can't forget about them cats. Coming around with that funky and all that. That's when everything kind of stood and started from that point on, where I see Lalo was another influence, Captain Cheetah, you guys know that? I mean, that's where everything started the whole hard scene for me. And when I see you guys making it and doing it, I'm like, no, I definitely got to support it. And back then, I was doing into the techno stuff and the deep house and then hip hop. I mean, I was just influenced with all of it, but try to use that, scratch into the hard house stuff and make my own little scene with it. But then you got Modern over here, man. That's a whole story, but I don't want to bring it up, but we'll talk later about But anyway, I'm going to pass it to my boy. I got to get some needles at the table, so there's my boy, Little Caesar. Woo!
Yeah! Alright, go ahead. Alright, so I'm here representing 107.1 FM, which is basically Power Tools for the Latin crowd. For all you guys that haven't tuned in, every Saturday, 1 to 4. And basically, we try to promote every single style of music. We do play art house. And we play EDM, Dirty Dutch, trance. breakbeat, drum and bass, everything that's possible. We're trying to promote dance music in general, not just what's popular, the top 40. We want people to get a good array of music in LA, because LA used to be a center of music. I remember when it was Chicago, New York, Miami, and Los Angeles. Me personally, I think Los Angeles kind of lost its way and started getting more into the European sound and lost its way in making its own sound. I'm a very big advocate of bringing that back and making sure when somebody hears a track, that's coming from Los Angeles. Like before, the harder house was Los Angeles. Chicago was great, but it was Chicago house. And then right here we had Centeno, Irene, everybody else promoting that harder sound. If you guys check some of my tracks, I try to influence all of those tracks with Los Angeles. It's got the new styles in it, but I'm never going to forget my LA roots because that's how I started. I started when I was 11, now 30. I've been doing this for forever, so
you just dated all of us. Thanks, man.
I worked with Darren, who was the global music or whatever.
Way back.
I remember way back. I remember Irene at Arena, I saw her doing her thing. Rocky, what you know what? Let me give out the story about Rocky, alright? I met Rocky when he came down when he was at 103.1 Groove Radio, and he hit me up. I think Irene was there that night too. She was doing a setup for I think it was a radio, what have you. And Rocky hit me up and said, look, there's a show on 103.1 with Christian B, and are you interested in showing up whenever we have an available spot? He hit me up maybe 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 1 in the morning, something like that. I went down, met everybody. You guys told me that Alright Van Helen had just done it like the week before. That was my first live radio experience, so I appreciate that. Much love to DJ Rocky for making that happen. And everybody in this table, promoters, DJs, producers, we're all just trying to do what we can to promote what we love. I've been doing it for almost 20 years. I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. So, just here supporting the music. Supporting the music, and maybe pass it up to Rocky.
Rocky.
The harder guy.
Are you the last panelist?
I'm the last, I guess. Because he's the one that plays the hardest of everybody.
Well, because he turned the mic down so nobody can hear him.
That's fine.
So put the mic up! It must be the end of the show.
That's fine. That's
all right. Oh, damn. How you doing? Here's Rocky.
What up, everybody? If you don't remember me, I always say make some fucking noise. Anyways, a lot of people don't know who I am, but I'm a lot from behind the scenes. I used to work at Groove Radio. I produced a show called B-Sides with Christian B. I had a lot of these guys on my show. I had him, Little Caesar. I remember he was like 12, 13 on my show, and the guy Christian B ran the show. I had him come in. And he's like, who is this kid? I'm like, dude, wait till you hear him play. He played like 25 tracks in 30 minutes. And everybody was like,
there's no Serato back there.
Yeah. But it was amazing. It was amazing. And, a lot of DJs here on the panel used to play hard house. And I don't know, you guys are going to lower me down. So I guess that's it.
No, there's no range on that mic.
But I'm still playing hard to this day. Electro, my BPMs are like 130, 135, and everybody I noticed like usually started off real hard and now it's gone really soft. I can't get rid of playing hard. It's in my blood. So I love hard house and I love hard music, so let's keep it going.
Alright, give it up for this crowd over here. Alright, anybody got questions? Step right up, make a line. Don't make it too long. But step right up here if you got some questions for these DJs over here, superstar DJs. Anybody going once, twice, 3 times?
I got questions right here. It's your boy Abstract and Steelo right here. I'm Steelo and Abstract over there. Alright guys, we've been fanatics of the hard house scene forever, since diapers. I don't know, we're older than that. Anyways, we want to know, since we have a lot of superstars up in here tonight, where is this music going to go? Is there going to be a new generation of hard house? Is there going to be part 2 to it? Or are we going to call it something else? Or, can anybody answer that?
Here we go, here we go.
Oh, we got 2. Here we go.
Double face.
You're like 2 titties.
They're not calling to get in, Irene.
This one?
Give me this one.
So where's it going? I can't hear shit. Hello? Can you turn the mic off or what?
I think that one's crap. Turn the speaker.
Turn the speaker.
This one
sounds better.
Yeah. This one sounds great too.
Where the music is going now?
Just
That just answered your question.
Only with you and electronics.
Yeah.
Well, it's the way she's fisting it.
I wouldn't know what fisting is. Oh, never mind.
Hey!
I have to remember where I'm at. I feel music is always evolving. As artists, we always grow. You know, yeah, Afrojack, Brit, UC music in Los Angeles, and the sound that we had in America. He just produced it better than what we had before. And a lot of like Hardwell and Avicii has a lot of those hard sounds that we all loved and used back in the day. Again, better produced. As an artist, it's up to us to make a difference, and we should collaborate as Americans. We are Americans, and we should be proud. We should be paying to go see these guys. I mean, I think they're great, but we need to collaborate and make some good music and put LA and the U.S. on the map again, because, you know, we go down to their country, they don't want to hear from us. A lot of us, I know, it's really hard when you're trying to make something out of another country, but they want to come over here. So it's up to us to make a difference and make some new sounds, and don't use the presets on your sequencing programs, you know? You know, Nexus is known for all the presets, but you can manipulate that. George is the one who's the master of that, and he's the one who taught me you need to really tweak that shit out.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to know where music is evolving, well, that's up to you. You guys are the future. Just like I'm in the studio making something different, not the same thing what these guys are doing, but something that's good for tomorrow. So that's where the future I see.
Any more questions? All right. Well, thank you for coming. And Jose will be manning the barbecue.
Wait a minute, Connor has something to say.
You can't promote the wristbands here.
That's cold. That's cold.
I have to admit, I've been a criminal celebrity in Las Vegas.
Take it, run with it.
Is anyone going to eat in Vegas? 'Cause I'm doing